This is the Sakar Murli of 15th of November 2024. Essence. Sweet children, examine yourselves and see for how long you have remembrance of the Father, because there is profit in having remembrance and loss in forgetting. Question. In this world of sinful souls, what is absolutely impossible and why? Answer. Here it is absolutely impossible for anyone to be a charitable soul, because the world itself is iron-aged and tamo-pradhan. Things that human beings consider to be acts of charity are really sinful acts, because every act they perform is done under the influence of one of the vices. Om Shanti. You children do understand that you are the children of Brahma and are Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris, and that you are later on going to become deities. Only you understand this. Others do not understand this. You Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris know that you are studying an unlimited study. You are studying the study of 84 births and also of the world cycle, and you also receive teachings that you have to become pure. While sitting here, you children definitely remember the Father in order to become pure. Each of you ask your heart, was I really sitting in remembrance of the Father, or did Maya, Ravan, take my intellect elsewhere? The Father has said, remember me alone so that your sins are cut away. Therefore, each of you now has to ask yourself, did I stay in remembrance of Baba, or did my intellect go elsewhere? There should be this awareness. How long did I stay in remembrance of Baba? Where and for how long did my intellect go elsewhere? Check your own stage. For however long you remember the Father, it is only by doing that you will become pure. You have to keep an account of your profit and loss. If you form a habit of doing that, you will have remembrance and you will continue to write it down. Everyone keeps a diary in his pocket. The diaries that business people have are all limited. Your diary is unlimited. Therefore, you have to note down your chart. The Father's order is, carry on with your business and everything else, but make time to remember me. Check your account and continue to increase your profit. Don't go into loss. You have a war, and so there is a profit in a second and a loss in the next. You can find out very quickly whether you are making a profit or a loss. You are businessmen, are you not? Scarcely any are able to do this business. There is a profit in having remembrance and a loss in forgetting. You have to check yourself for this. Those who are to claim a high status will be concerned to see how long they stayed in a state of forgetting. You children understand that one is the Father of all souls, that he is the purifier. We are originally souls. We come down here from our home, adopt bodies, and play our parts. Bodies are perishable, and souls are eternal. Our sanskars are also in our soul. Baba asks, O souls, remember, have you performed any wrong acts since childhood in your present birth? You can remember what you have done from when you were 3 or 4 years old, how you spent your childhood, and what things you did. Try and remember. Does your conscience bite you inside about anything? There are no sinful acts performed in the Golden Age, so the question of asking does not arise there. Here sins continue to take place. The acts that human beings consider to be charity are also really sins. This is the world of sinful souls. Your interactions are also with sinful souls. Charitable souls do not exist here. In the world of charitable souls, there isn't a single sinful soul. In the world of sinful souls, there cannot be a single charitable soul. The gurus at whose feet people fall are not charitable souls either. This is the Tamo-Pradhan Iron Age. It is impossible for there to be any charitable souls here. In order to become a charitable soul, you souls call out to the Father to come and purify you. It isn't that if someone donates a great deal of money or performs charitable acts, such as building a dharamshala, etc., he is a charitable soul. No. The building of halls, etc., for marriage ceremonies is not an act of charity. These things have to be understood. This is Ravan's kingdom. It is the devilish world of sinful souls. No one but you knows of these things. Ravan does exist, but no one recognizes him. There is also the image of Shiva, but no one recognizes him either. They create huge Shivalingams, etc., yet they say that he is beyond name and form, that he is omnipresent. This is why the Father has said that he comes when there is defamation of religion. Shiv Baba, the Father, who makes you into the masters of the world, is defamed in Bharat. By following the dictates of human beings, you have defamed him so much. There is a book about the dictates of human beings and the dictates of God. Only you know about this, and you explain to others how you are becoming deities by following Srimat. By following Ravan's dictates, you become devilish human beings. Human dictates are called devilish dictates. People keep performing devilish acts. The main thing they say is that God is omnipresent, that he incarnates in a fish and a crocodile. Therefore they have become so devilish and dirty. You souls do not take birth in a fish or a crocodile. You only enter human bodies. You now understand that you do not become a fish or a crocodile or take birth in 8.4 million different species. You are now receiving the Father's Srimat. Children, you take 84 births. What percentage is 84 of 8.4 million? There is falsehood, complete falsehood, and not the slightest bit of truth in what they say. You have to understand the meaning of this too. Look at the state of Bharat. The Bharat that was called heaven was also called the land of truth. For half a cycle there is the kingdom of Rama, and for the other half there is the kingdom of Ravan. Ravan's kingdom is also called the devilish community. The words are very strong. For half a cycle, the kingdom of deities continues. The Father has explained that there are Lakshmi and Narayan the first, Lakshmi and Narayan the second, and Lakshmi and Narayan the third, just as they have Edward the first and second. There is the first generation and then the second. This is how it continues. You also first have the Sun Dynasty kingdom and then the Moon Dynasty. The Father has come and explained the secrets of the drama very clearly. These things are not mentioned in your scriptures. There are some lines in the scriptures, but those who created the scriptures didn't understand anything. When Baba went to Benares, he didn't like this world. He used to sit there and draw lines on walls. The Father inspired me to do all of that. At that time, I was a child and there wasn't full understanding. There was just the feeling that there was someone who was making me do all of that. When I had a vision of destruction, there was also internal happiness. At night, when I was sleeping, I felt as though I was flying. However, I didn't understand anything. I just used to draw lines. I felt there was some power that had entered me. I would be amazed. Previously, I used to do business, etc. But then what happened was that I would look at some people and they would very quickly go into trance. I used to ask, "What's happening?" The eyes of whoever I looked at would close. When I asked those people what they saw, they would reply that they saw paradise and that they saw Krishna. These things too have to be understood. That was why I renounced everything and went to Benares to try and understand. I used to sit there throughout the day. I would draw on a wall with a pencil and do no other business. I was a little baby. When I saw those things, I felt that I didn't want to do any of that business, that I had to renounce my business, etc. I was happy that I was leaving that donkey work. It was the kingdom of Ravan. Ravan is portrayed with the head of a donkey. So I thought that that is not a kingdom, but donkey work. A donkey rolls in the dust again and again and keeps spoiling the laundryman's clean washing. The Father also asked, "What were you? What stage have you reached now?" Only the Father sits here and explains this. This Dada also explains this. Both continue to explain in this way. Those of you who can explain this knowledge very well are called clever. All of you are number-wise. You children also explain that it is a kingdom that is being established, and so everyone will definitely claim a status number-wise. Souls play their parts, cycle after cycle. Not everyone will take this knowledge equally. This establishment is wonderful. Others do not give any knowledge about establishment. For instance, when the Sikh religion was being established, it was a pure soul that entered, and after some time the Sikh religion was established. Who was their head? Guru Nanak. He came, and the Jap Sahib, Sikh invocation, was created afterwards. In the beginning, souls are pure because they are new. A pure soul is called a great soul. Only the one Father is called the Supreme. Because they establish a religion, they are called great, and their followers come down number-wise after them. 500 years ago, a new soul came and established the Sikh religion. How could there have been the Granth at that time? The Sukhmani, Hymn of Peace, and the Jap Sahib, etc. must have been written afterwards. What do they teach? When they have enthusiasm, they sit and praise the Father, but their books, etc. are written later on, when there are very many more of them, because you also need people to read them. The scriptures of every religion are created after the religion is established. The scriptures are read after the path of devotion begins. Knowledge is needed. In the beginning, souls are Sato Pradhan, and then they become Sato, Rajo and Tamo. Only after there has been a lot of growth is there praise of the religion, and are its scriptures created. Otherwise, how would growth take place? They have to become followers. Souls of the Sikh religion have to come and follow. A lot of time is needed for that. New souls that come do not experience sorrow. The Lord does not allow that. Only after souls go from their Sato Pradhan stage into their Sato, Rajo and Tamo stages do they experience sorrow. This is the law. Here they are mixed up. There is the community of Ravan and also the community of Rama. As yet you have not become complete. When you become complete, you will leave your bodies. There can be no sorrow for those in the Karmatit stage. They cannot live in this dirty world. They would have to leave. Those who remain will not have become Karmatit. Not everyone can become Karmatit at the same time. Even when destruction takes place, some people will remain. Total annihilation doesn't take place. It is sung that when Rama left, Ravan also left. The family of Ravan is huge. Your family is a small one. There are countless religions. In fact, your family should be the largest, because the deity religion was the first one. Now all of them are mixed up, and many have become Christians. Whenever people see that there is happiness and a position to be had, they belong to that religion. When the Pope comes, many become Christians, so there is then a lot of expansion. In the Golden Age, there is only one son and one daughter. No other religion grows in that way. Now look, the Christians are the strongest of all. Those who give birth to many children are given prizes because they want human beings who can be useful for the military. All of them are Christians. Russia and America are all Christians. There is a story about how two monkeys were fighting and a cat ate the butter. That is the predestined drama. Previously, Hindus and Muslims used to live together. At the time of partition, the separate country of Pakistan was created. That is in the predestined drama. When two countries fight, they buy armaments and there will be trading. That is their most important business. But the destiny of victory in the drama is yours. It is 100% certain that no one can conquer you. Everyone else will be destroyed. You know that it will be your kingdom in the new world, and that you are studying to become worthy of that. You were worthy, but you have now become unworthy. You have to become worthy again. People sing, "O purifier, come," but they do not understand the meaning of that. This is a jungle. The Father has now come. He has come and is changing this jungle of thorns into a garden of flowers. That is a deity world. This is a devil world. The secrets of the whole human world have been explained to you. You now understand how you forgot your religion, how your religion became corrupt, and how all of your acts became sinful. Baba has explained the deep philosophy of action, sinful action and pure action. You understand what you were like yesterday and what you have become today. It is close by, is it not? Baba says, "Yesterday I made you into deities. I gave you your fortune of that kingdom. Then where did it all go? Do you remember? You lost so much wealth on the path of devotion. It is just a question of yesterday. The Father comes to give you paradise on the palms of your hands. This knowledge should remain in your intellects. Baba has also explained that your eyes deceive you a lot. You have to make your criminal eyes civil with this knowledge. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long-lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bapdada. The spiritual Father says Namaste to you spiritual children. Essence for Dharna. 1. Note down your chart in your unlimited diary. How long did I stay in remembrance, and how much profit was earned by having remembrance? Was there any loss? Where did my intellect go at the time of remembrance? 2. Note down what wrong and sinful acts you have committed in this birth from when you were very young. Tell the Father about anything that makes your conscience bite you, and you will thereby become light. You must no longer perform any sinful act. Blessing. May you be detached from everyone and loving to God by transforming karmic bondages into a bond of serving. God's love is the basis of Brahmin life, but you can only receive it when you remain detached. If you live at home with your family, it is for doing service. Never think that you are there because of karmic accounts or karmic bondages. for it is for doing service. By your being tied by a bond of serving, your karmic bondages finish. When there is no consciousness of serving, karmic bondages pull you. Where there are karmic bondages, there are waves of sorrow, whereas in doing service, there is happiness. So transform karmic bondages into a bond of service. Remain detached and loving, and you will be loved by God. Slogan: An elevated soul is one who overcomes every adverse situation with his own original stage. Om Shanti.